Okay, this one, guys, is just fucking weird. I read through my inbox sometimes and there's some funny bits, there's some stories that are like juicy, and then there's just stuff like this. Are you listening, Joe? Sit up straight for this. Act like you want to be here. Am I wrong for hooking up with my brother? Okay? Am I wrong for hooking up with my brother on my wedding day? I'm gonna go with yeah, because that is wrong on many, many levels. So, my now ex-husband proposed to me 9 months ago, and we had been together for 6 years before he had proposed. That's a very fast wedding. 9 months. You can only birth a child in 9 months. I have always been close to my brother, but it wasn't until I announced my engagement at a dinner one time with family and friends that I realised what our connection was, and it was very different to what we would have thought. Also, a little background information. My brother and my now ex-husband were best friends. Oh, Jesus. Oh, that's even worse. So, like, childhood best friend. Oh, no. Just don't do any of this. It's fucking strange. I'm not judging. We listen. Say it together. We listen and we don't judge. So, they had been friends since they were very little, and my brother has been married to my sister-in-law for 4 years. She's put, oops, not oops. This is not an oops moment. Oops is when you spill your tea on your friend's sofa. Oops is not sleeping with your brother so he cheats on his wife and you cheat on your fiancé. No. The night of the hen do, I was very, very drunk, standard, and called my brother to come and pick me up. While we were driving home, I ended up confessing my feelings and telling him everything. God, I'd have loved to have been a fly on the wall in that conversation. Ooh. Let's just say the next morning I woke up next to my brother, and since then we couldn't keep our hands off each other. It's giving Jamie and Cersei Lannister, I fear. Oh, God. I feel ill. I feel violently ill, nauseous. The wedding day arrives, and 5 minutes before I'm about to walk down the aisle, one of my bridesmaids walks in and me and my brother kissing. And is like, sorry to interrupt. We need to walk down the aisle now. Did she know? Did this bridesmaid know? Because I feel like that's a very, very chilled response to finding your best friend getting with her brother. 5 minutes before as well. It's like a first look. Wow. But the videographer was like, what the bejesus is going on here? Sweet home Alabama. So now I'm trying to walk down the aisle and trying to act as if this had never happened. The ceremony was beautiful. And then we get to the reception. And this is where we finish up all the speeches. It's all going well until I hear a scream from my maid of honor, who is also my sister-in-law. You are just out to ruin this woman's life. I look at my brother looks at me, and my now ex-husband looks so confused. She runs over to my brother and she screams, "You dirty little cheater. How could you do this to me?" And then she drops the bombshell. "And with your sister." Oh, so everyone's come to this wedding. Oh, yeah, Steve and Amy's wedding. It's going to be a beautiful occasion. Come to find out that the bride is getting with the brother of the bride. Do you know what? Spectacular. I bet that was the talk of the town in the office the next morning. How was the wedding? You'll never fucking guess what. The bride was sleeping with the brother. My husband looks at me dead in the eye, and I knew in that moment it was all over. I'm writing this now 3 weeks later, and I have been served divorce papers. God, speedy. I hope that wasn't a weekend. Some lawyer working overtime, getting that divorce settlement lined up. Oh, God, you think it's bad, and then it gets worse, and then this happens. Oh, and I'm pregnant, and let's just say I'm not convinced it's my husband's. Right. If you're going to sleep with your brother, which I don't recommend, at least use some form of protection, because I don't think incest is the best option ever. And I don't think children from incest have the best time, from what I've heard. Can cause some quite difficult health issues. So when you're going for your scans, I'd maybe mention the incestuous relationship that you've had with your brother and that you are concerned for the child. Because I personally am. What do you think, Joe? Are you concerned for the child? Yeah. You are the arsehole. I'm sorry, I'm going to say it. You are the arsehole for getting with your brother. Not just because you've committed incest, but also because you've ruined your ex-husband's life. He's going to have some serious trust issues moving forward. And also, the maid of honour. You must have had a good relationship with her to have her as the maid of honour. Poor sister-in-law. Maybe the sister-in-law and your ex-husband should get together. They have a lot in common. So yeah, mention the incest at your scan. Find out the gender of the baby. Make sure it's happy. Your child's uncle is also going to be the dad. Good luck with explaining that. Let me know how that goes.
Please fill my cup. Am I really asking for much? It's been a long week, I'm looking for fun. Please fill my cup. Find me under the sun. SOS, I'm just looking for a good time. Oh, 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 oh. And I'm singing like, whoa.